Louisiana beginning to assess the damage now from Hurricane Ida after the deadly Category 4 storm knocked out power for more than 1 million customers there. As we said, energy companies surveying the health of their refineries, their pipelines, and offshore oil platforms along the central Gulf of Mexico, which could leave gasoline makers along the banks of the Mississippi River scrambling to restart their operations. Want to check in with Jared Blickery now for a look at some of our trending tickers today. And Jared, I know you're looking at the insurers, Entergy among them, in the wake of Hurricane Ida.
Yeah, I just want to go to the Wi-Fi Interactive. Let's actually check in on the price of crude oil. Over the last hour, not a lot of movement. You can still see it's up more than 0.5%, but noteworthy that it spent much of the day in the red. And that's even as 90% of the production in the Gulf of Mexico of oil and 85% of natural gas is actually shuttered right now. However, the market taking it in stride. RBOB gasoline futures a little bit elevated. This is, again, the price action since yesterday's open. You can see up about 1.5% here. And the same for heating oil, natural gas. Let's see if I can find that particular ticker here. But nevertheless, we're seeing a lot of movement in the energy space. So crude oil is up and sort of the commodities. Nevertheless, energy stocks in the red. And you mentioned insurance stocks. I do have my eye on those, a lot of them being affected. Of course, they would have to pay out money in terms of property damage for these. And let's take a look at some of the lowest holdings. This is Universal Insurance Holdings. And we'll take a 5-day look to kind of get it, see what was priced in last week. Not a whole lot of movement here. These companies are all well capitalized. Here's Allstate, that's down 1.2%. But a lot of other sectors were affected too. Chemicals, home improvement, railways. So lots going on here. And the big picture is we're just waiting to see what the damage assessment is to be able to estimate when those refineries can come back online. I do have an update here, Alexis, for at least the for this one particular parish here. We are maintaining pressure at this time. That's water pressure. Currently, no precautionary boil water advisories. Emergency hotline status, both 52 water and our backup phone lines are down. Currently, there is no way for customers to reach us, but there could be boil water notifications that people in other Jefferson Parish, that's where it is, in other parishes would have to take care of. So I just want to close. I've shown some of the video footage here of the storm, and it's just absolutely incredible, Alexis, to watch what was going on yesterday and even today.
It really is, and so ironic that it's happened on the anniversary, the 16th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. Leaving devastation there. It really is very, very upsetting. And those people there are certainly very resilient, and we wish them all the best as they start their recovery. Want to switch gears here now and talk about a stock that is just going gangbusters today. I'm looking at Affirm right now, one of our trending tickers, up 45% in just one day. I guess investors are pretty happy about its partnership with Amazon.
That's right. And lots of investors enthusiasm about it, and also from the street as well. As I get my payments, here we go. I got my payments heat map up on the Wi-Fi Interactive, and you can see some movement. So PayPal up about 3% on the move today, and lots of green in the rest of the space. So let me just tell you what Barclays is saying. They rate the stock an overweight, price target to 115 from $85, excuse me. And they're saying the deal is a game changer for Affirm as it dramatically expands the company's total addressable market and is set to drive very meaningful upside in terms of profit and loss. The partnership is a strong point of validation for Affirm's model in particular, and the buy now, pay later industry in general. Truist Securities rating it a buy, moving up the price target to 120 from $82, saying such enterprise wins highlight Affirm's competitive advantage. The Amazon news is a milestone event for the company. News should also be positive for Square and PayPal, even as Affirm Amazon could limit PayPal's TAM, that's total addressable market. It is also possible for Marqeta. By the way, we just interviewed the CEO earlier today. Positive for Marqeta, but a modest negative for Fiserv, Fidelity, Global Payments, Visa, and MasterCard. And we can see some of the red on the screen today indeed comes from Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and also PagSeguro Digital. I hope I pronounced that correctly, Alexis.
I think you did. I'm very impressed, Jared.